Cowboys.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
yes, sir. What's good with y'all? Welcome back to another one, another episode of Lose Takes. I'm your host, but today we got a special guest. We got Amp Sports in the building, man. Tell them about you.
Man, what is good with y'all people? Hey, I am here to provide just a little inspiration for the nation. Yours truly, Amp, better known as Mr. Always Making Plays. Catch me on all social media platforms and definitely catch me on Sundays while I tag along with Boss Cowboy and Coach Marv as we give the in-game analytics during our watch party.
Listen, y'all need to tune in on that watch party, man.
Bro, it
most entertaining,
goes
most entertaining.
down.
I'm trying to tell you, it be going down, man. If you
It's
want the
like,
one-liners, go ahead.
bro, it's like
I'm
that.
trying
See,
to.
that's part of why backstage I am anticipating and looking forward to Sunday. Like, even in losing efforts, we still have fun. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? We gonna talk about the boys. We gonna talk about the boys. We gonna talk about management. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have fun. We gonna party. We gonna cry. We gonna pray. We gonna do it all, bro. Like we pull all out all stops. And man, I just want to appreciate let you know I appreciate you for extending the invitation, man, dude. I've been watching you. I'm trying to get like you. I said
What?
my dog is thorough. My dog is entertaining. I'm like, yeah, my man. When I saw you, I said, yeah, yeah. That guy there, he hot, bro. He hot. I gotta give folks flowers what they do, man. So
Man,
because
I appreciate
everybody
it.
who out here doing it
Yeah.
ain't doing it well. There's some
Man,
folks who doing it and doing it well, but there's some folks who ain't doing it well. And you one of them, bro. People like
pr-
you we need in the community, dog.
appreciate it, man. Because if y'all know, I'm new to this, man. I started draft season. Woo, it's been a long journey, man. I appreciate you for even giving me a yes. You feel me? You could have easily said no. I tell everybody that, and y'all make the Sundays when the Cowboys do us wrong, when they do us right,
Bro,
y'all that telecast right there. I'm trying to tell y'all.
it looks
I'm
it
trying to tell
sometimes
you.
it hurt because like sometimes I wish I was just watching this by myself. Like Green Bay, yeah, I should have been watching that one by myself. Like, did you watch that episode, bro?
but but
It
I saw
hurt.
red. I
It
saw
hurt.
red.
I had to. When I tell you, I had to push through, dog, and hey, here we go. He's like, I kept pushing, and we made a little run, and then it was like,
And I'm like, just like the
somebody smacked
same
that hole in the
old.
balloon, bro. It was gone, dog.
Yeah, man. But listen, you talk about the Packers, you talk about Green Bay. This season so far has not erased that taste from my mouth at all.
Mm-mm.
At all. It's been some ups and been some downs, man. Let's talk about it. Like,
Bro, have you ever taken a Goody headache powder or a BC headache powder?
mm-mm.
Oh my god,
I'm too
it's
young for that.
bro. Look, so it's like taking a regular Tylenol or ibuprofen, whatever, but it's crushed up. It's powder forming. So when you rip it open and pour it on your mouth, it sits.
Oh,
And you drink something behind it, but it is a bitter.
it's
You've tasted
still,
the bill before.
yeah, yeah.
That bitter taste, dog.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're
It's
talking about.
right there, and it's like you could drink, but even when you drink, you still got that bitterness sitting right there in the middle of your tongue. And honestly and truthfully, that's how I felt all season. Like, yeah, we heard y'all say we want to get more physical and we want to address the lines and all this. Everything that I have heard them say that they want to get better at, they want to improve at. Oh, even doing the draft. You talked about you got started doing the draft, right? Even with
Yep.
the draft, as we were analyzing players in real time, everybody, from what I saw, I think you as well. Everybody I saw, initial response was, whether we liked the pick or not, we said, okay, physical guy,
Yeah, yeah.
Physical guy, like that was the common theme. Physical guy. Now, I know we've lost a couple of those physical guys to injury, but I just don't feel that impression. Like it's a missing link somewhere. Like the theme for this year has been talk a good game, but where's the good game? Are you feeling that way too, bro?
Man, let's start from the draft then, because I'm gonna be honest. Like I didn't hear about the Tyler, but that OC was right on the point with the. That was one of the Cowboys, like they signature. I thought we was gonna take somebody from all the way to about, was it Graham, the dude out of Duke. I thought that was the cutoff for offensive lineman, in my opinion.
Yep.
Honestly, on my other podcast, I was hoping we get Brian Thomas Jr. and we was one pick off.
Yep.
And I was heated. We got snacked, and I was like, dang. So I was happy we traded back. We got the extra pick. And then I was like, Tyler Guyton, man, I'm a Texas fan. Do I remember seeing him? Pretty good. Tape was pretty good. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know.
I'm gonna whisper this then. I'm gonna whisper this then. So just a little background information. I am on the East Coast.
You a Georgia fan?
Little small town in Savannah, in the state of Georgia.
Georgia.
Go Dogs.
I just watched that film too on one of our prospects.
Bro,
too.
Real talk, I walked in there scared. But I'm gonna tell you, I saw Kirby do something in that game that I want to see Mike McCarthy do. He took that thing over. He made it a physical battle, and he had a commitment to the run game. Dog, you do a masterful job of breaking down film. I've heard you say this before, so what I'm saying, I'm not even taking credit for. I've said it too. But we will sit down and look at film, right? And come up with our own game plan. You got some people, you got different tiers of Cowboys fans. You got those who like to play GM, you know, and then you get this guy, or you get that guy. Then you got other people who, you know, they think they're the coach. You know, we come up with the game plan. Then you got your casuals. I ain't knocking them, but you know, they just,
you know,
blue and silver. Let's go Cowboys. You know, let's go. You know, you got them, but we sit down and we all have a game plan, and most of our game plans are very similar. And then it's like, this is how we should attack them. And we do the complete opposite, bro. Like
complete.
Only hope I have this game is that we implement the game plan we all know we should use, the same game plan we've been screaming for all season. Run the freaking ball.
Man.
I have a hat. This one here says make America's team great again. But I have another hat. I left it inside that says hashtag feed somebody. I'm not team feed Zeke. I'm not team feed Rico. Feed somebody, whoever's productive, give it to the hot hand and keep giving it to them until they tap out. Like, can we run 3 run plays in a row this year? I haven't seen it yet. Have you seen it yet?
Oh no, I have not seen it yet. You know I'll be crying for it. Shout out to everybody in here. Make sure to like and subscribe though. Go to Amp's page. Like I think I got it in the description. If so, I'm gonna make sure to put it down there in the conclusion. But show love. I'm at 905. I'm closing in on 1K. We closing in hot. But back to what you were saying. Oh my God! Every time I watch that film, it's just I play O-line, man, and you know, like I'm through and through.
Yeah.
What we came into this season, what the Joneses asked of McCarthy, and then what McCarthy is putting on the film. I'm just, and what Solaris is teaching is just like, I think we only got 5 run plays in the playbook. Like I did a whole video about Solari, and he was talking about, I go 2 runs. He talking about inside out. So I said, boy, what you mean go 2 runs? You only got a couple. You only got a couple, and you don't run. You only have a couple, and you don't take.
I'm starting to think that one of the go-tos is that got darn reverse wide receiver.
The sweep.
The jet
sweep.
I don't want to see that anymore. I don't want to see the fake reverse on kick returns. Look, y'all done wore it out, okay? Y'all have officially worn it out. Like when they see him going in, They know what time it
I
is.
know what time it is, man. That's my thing, man. Like, oh, we're not professionals, but we watch film. I know what you're gonna do. You don't think everybody else in the league know your tendencies? You don't think everybody else is? They sociopaths, man. They are for real about this. That when they figure you out, they figures you out, and we just not cohesive. I said this last week or this week. First of all, I think we got immature problems. We don't have a problem with immaturity.
Yes,
We
I
got
heard you say that.
immature
Yeah,
problems.
immature problems, though.
We
Yeah,
got problems that we should have fixed at camp.
yeah.
But we in week 9, and you saw this week with the Mike Zimmer, the interview where he was like, "So talk about that play," and he was like, "Bro, what you asking me that for? They ain't man. Like I
Hey
should
man,
I shouldn't have to tell you what you to follow
bro,
your man
we
and
are
man."
still taking remedial courses, dog. Like, bruh, like we college, we are in learning support courses, dog. Like, y'all in the big, like, we on some G League type. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's a couple times I'm looking at the squad and I'm looking like, and I'm looking at players and I'm like, bruh, Bronny, take your ass to the G League, dog. Okay, you had a nice introduction. Okay, you got to check in with your pa. Okay, you played ball in his hometown. Take your ass to the G League, bruh. Like, they still wet behind the ears. The only I won't be a Debbie Downer. One of the positives I see from that is that, and this may potentially segue into another topic, but the only problem I had, well, the bright spot of it is you're getting precious reps. You know what I'm saying? We talk about, if this season is lost, which I don't believe it is yet. I said Sunday, the fat lady, she in the building. She ain't saying anything. She ain't warming up. Backstage, she getting dressed. She in the building. She ain't at the stage yet. You know what I'm saying? But they're getting precious reps. And when you talk about training camp and, what you can and can't do, and the fact that you only have so many, full padded practices throughout the course of the season. So during the season, you can't get work like that.
Right.
But where you can get work is in the game. So if it is lost, if Dak won't be back, if other important players won't be back, then take this as an extended preseason. Because everybody has been saying, and I hope you're not one of them, bro. People like, man, time to turn to draft content.
I ain't gonna. I'm still in it, but I ain't gonna lie. I'm looking at something right. Look,
Bruh,
I've been looking at the film already.
this is my only pushback on that, and I have no problem with people being,
good, yeah.
Proactive and just trying to get out there so they can get a good solid look instead of trying to rush through, January, February, March. But this is my take. This is my metaphor, if you will. Before we go to the grocery store and stop grocery shopping, we got to check out the pantry and the refrigerator first. That's my only pushback. Let's give these, like I said, treat it like a preseason.
Yeah. You mean like see what our needs are?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm going in. See, look, everybody who getting started, we ain't going in with a fixed mind. Everything is on the board. Everything is on the board.
Gotcha.
So I'm just because we're gonna be possibly working with a top 10 pick. It's gonna be the first time ever we're gonna have first dibs. That's big. Like we don't want to mess up this pick. We got first dibs on the player. I am still tuned in. I'm very much so. I'm like interested in guiding and see if he's still progressing. He's still like
I have a question I have been dying to ask you, bro. Because I yield to your level of expertise in the O-line. So, taking everything into account that's been going on with the O-line this year, Zach Martin and he been in retirement, okay? He's shown the regression. I know he's not, I think because of the lack of his physicalness, he's not able to cross his T's and dot his I's, if that makes sense. It's the little small stuff, even in the breakdown you did when you were looking at the O-line and the scheme. just being able to reach certain players and get your leverage and stuff. Like the
Yeah,
look,
he's just not moving the
he
same.
not
Yeah,
moving well.
yeah,
And
he's
so
just
I'm
not.
like,
Yeah, like
if this is his last year, right? Because we were talking Sunday about Terrence Steele, and I'm a Steele fan,
mhm.
but I can't argue the fact that even post injury, now a year plus removed, he still doesn't look like the Steele that I grew to love. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And so I'm wondering, is that potentially possible because his right guard is regressing? And then I'm also wondering, maybe just maybe, when Zach leaves, could you potentially, and hear me out, and I mean, I'm doing a major change.
Go ahead, go ahead.
It's outside the box here. Shift Tyron Steele down in the guard. Bring Tyler Guyton back home,
To right.
right tackle, and draft you a left tackle for the future.
See, but when I brought that up on Twitter, everybody shot me down.
No, are you serious?
Everybody shot me down. The
Damn.
entire Cowboy Nation. They was like, "Oh no, we're the first
Oh, it
three
sounds like they
or
shot
three."
you down like they shot me down about Zeke, bro. Cause
They shot. They said the first 3 or 4 rounds. We are not even looking at O line. I'm like, listen, man. Like I understand. We've been like what people don't understand is roster construction. It's just certain positions and certain like areas that get priority every time.
priority.
It
That is
may
the
be
word.
cliche,
Yep.
but the game is won up front. When you
Guess
see
what?
when you see everybody getting mauled and we can't complete stuff downfield, I promise you, I seen it 5 plays before up front. I've seen it up front. Our players we ain't getting no movement. We ain't sort of no pressure. I've been seeing it. You can always tell it because like
You
the
said it,
sickness,
bro.
maybe we can't. The pressure, but I seen the symptoms up front. So like I was like, if we get up to that top 6, we should consider. I didn't say pick, but consider one of these elite left tackles. But as far as moving Steele inside, I don't know if he can play guard. It's just
Mm,
playing guard is different. Tackle, if I can use an analogy for tackle, it's like fighting somebody on an island.
okay.
Like it's patience. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Mhm.
you probably only got like 1 or 2 good swings, and you better land it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Guard is like fighting a phone booth.
Mm,
And like we just in there, we just in there mauling. Like it's
activated.
right now.
Yeah.
That's why BB at home. Like he can, you know what I'm saying? Like he know how to maneuver. It's a different ball game. So I don't know. Like I'm a Steel fan. Steel is a great run blocker. He can still run block. It's just his passing game. And I blame Solaris because I was calling for Solaris head back in week 2. I mean, not week 2 versus the Giants. I said, man, we facing who was it? Thibodeau and Brian Burns. I said
Mhm.
our tackles are losing the exact same way. I was like, yo, rookie left tackle, okay, keep getting beat inside, but your veteran getting beat the same exact way.
He getting beat
So,
inside too.
so I'm just like, okay, that mean one or two
Real
things.
talk, Terrence Steele was getting beat inside last year as well.
He was well. I mean, he has a problem with hands, but like now he got like I don't like the sets that he got him doing. Like
Mhm.
sometimes, like in that Giants game, we had to emphasize the protection for big, sexy Dexter Lawrence. We had to
Mhm.
because he the best D tackle in the league. We gotta
Yes,
send
sir.
all our pressures that way. So sometimes on the slide, it's usually half man. Sometimes it's a 4-man slide, and Terrence Steele's by there by himself. I'm not telling Terrence Steele to go jump set a dynamic defensive end. Dude gonna hit it with it real quick, and he gonna like you giving him a
Gone.
2-way go because the
Yeah.
B gap is huge. So I blame this mainly on Solari. I already know they're gonna cut Steele though because of the money he making.
Mm.
Honestly, and I was gonna tell Boss this too. Man, this may be the end of that second tier guys of them giving them contracts. The Osas, the Steels. We may not see the second tier guys get a second contract anymore this year.
Damn. So bold prediction. You saying it sounds like we're gonna be heavy line with the draft again this year.
We may do middle rounds. I want them to consider the first round, but I'm finna go deep in to see if we can find. They're at least getting the guard.
Okay.
At least getting the guard.
Yeah.
Um, if not, I'm okay with keeping Steele and bringing up Bass. Can Bass play right? I don't know.
Let me ask you this question: if Zach Martin retires,
Oh, he gonna retire. You better hand him his severance papers.
so do you cut Steele with Zach Martin
They
retiring?
may do it because they got a plan laid out. This is the name. What's his name? Jeff Kavanaugh. He broke it down. They can free up almost 100 million.
Not
Uh,
let's go, dog.
Now they need to cut them all. But I don't know if they're gonna do it yet. They're gonna cut Steele because they can. It's like him with
Fred,
Osa. They can free up like 100 mil, and they can restructure Zeke. I mean not Zeke, CD and Dak. They can free up almost 100 mil.
bro, we already anticipated at 100 mil. Like,
we got
counting the
we got
20
20 million right now, and
yeah,
they're gonna add it on, and they're gonna restructure Dak, and they're gonna restructure CD, and they're gonna cut these tier 2 guys. Oh, they're gonna have 100 million
bro, we could have like $200 million
right now. I know, but they out on McCarthy. They ain't helping McCarthy. They ain't like they like what 200 million? Go out there and coach. What 200 million? Like, I know it's
Dang. That's something to think about, man. Like, because everybody's talking skill players. We need a wide receiver. We need a running back.
we need a D lineman. I would draft a D lineman. They gonna hate me, but that boy out of Michigan.
Dude.
Remember when we got Mozzie? If everybody remember, they were saying Mozzie was one thing, but his teammate only a freshman. Remember they were saying that?
Yeah.
They said his teammate only a freshman. He got a motor on him.
Nah, we don't want him. They killed that boy.
Yeah, I'm just saying that a D lineman, we may go edge.
Boy, they shot that idea so quick, bro. Like, before it even got traction, they was like, "Oh no!" Like, between him, Schoon, Taco, they wrote.
Yeah, they was like,
three
the problem we
plays.
picking the wrong ones. We picking the wrong Michigan guys. That's the only thing.
Dog.
Like they got a corner coming back.
Shot, bro.
They got a corner coming out. He gonna be a dog too. You know what I'm saying? Like
I trust them in the corner department.
I do. I mean, but yeah, that's another thing. I think they may go DB like one of these first 3 rounds. Cause them trading for we all over the place. But what's his name?
Yeah.
The wide receiver we just got. That told me a lot.
Ayo.
That told me that okay, they weren't even looking at receiver for like the first pick or the second pick or the third pick. You know what I'm saying? They not even looking at the tier 1 guys. And it's like, damn, why can't we? Why can't we have a number 1 and a number 1? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like
we have a 1 and a slew of 3.
Yeah, you know. And they was like, you know what? Let's look for a 2. I was like, bro, why not
get the odds down pat? We need an even receiver, bro. and we got a couple 4s too, like,
you know.
Legit. So like, bro, I'm not trying to go no later than the 3rd round for a receiver.
It's so many needs. They all need every pick. And we can't forget running back. We may need to take 2.
Bro, what I want to know is, where do teams like the 49ers and others go for these like undrafted free agent running backs that just sneeze and get
Garendo?
Yeah.
They drafted Garendo. We could have drafted Garendo last year if we would have kept our 4th.
Mason, like
Mason. They draft him. They got a scheme. They commit to the run game. They got a hell of a run game. They got them fullback. They got everything. They got the fullbacks, the tight ends that can block. They can put extra blockers on there. They run that stretch play, stretch you out thin. You already know it. Get the linebacker to pick a gap.
Use their fullback.
They actually use it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Stretch them out thin, make the linebacker pick a gap, and the running back up a seam. I wish we could do that. I mean, it ain't nothing.
It looks so easy, bro. Like, everything in our offense looks so damn complicated.
Do you notice that every time we score, it'd be like the
Ooh.
hardest seven ever. It'd be like
I mean, a sincere grind, bro.
I'm like you know that drive last week when Rico caught the ball on his back. I'm like, that's the theme of our season, man. We gotta hope the
Yeah.
ball bounce our way.
The easiest touchdown we had is, I think, when the defenders collided and CD just kind of caught it standing up wide. That was the easiest touchdown all year. But everything else,
Isn't like, and I mean that's one of my critiques for Mike, man. Like we that's a scheme thing in my opinion. Like
yeah,
I mean when you get down there and like every time I be screaming at the TV, I'm like, don't get pretty. As soon as we get in this 20, don't get pretty.
shot
Line it up.
and
Let's go single back. Let's go I. Let's go offset I. Let's make our O line say O line get out of the damn 2-point stance. Put your hand in the dirt. You know what I'm saying?
3-1, 4th-and-1, and we shotgun delay.
Delay. Like, you know. Screen to the fullback. And you over here throwing the damn tablet down because they read it out. Boy, we already working with a short field.
Drag the tight end too. Like, what?
We don't have no easy buttons in this offense,
No
man.
easy buttons,
No
bro.
easy buttons. No easy buttons. And then if you don't have a run game, you ain't gonna have a goal line offense because that's the whole thing.
That's the See, Boston and I were talking, and he says, I'm okay with, the team being led by passing or them using the pass or short passes like a run. I get that. But even if you're okay with that, you get inside that 10, you still gonna need to be able to actually turn around and hand it off. Like, because you're not gonna be able to short pass your way because everything is tight. You might get away with that between the 20s.
They dropping 7 and we in a goal line. That's disrespectful. We over here playing Madden. They dropping 7 in the goal line, and you expecting Dak to like it's a mini game from Madden 06 with the little rings. We got to fit in the tightest.
Yeah.
You like
we got the Falcons. We going 5 wide. we quarterback drawing that thing. Like,
what's the plan? Like that's my thing with McCarthy. What was your plan for every game? Every game, I came up with a plan. Like that Steelers game, I said their linebackers are weak in the zone. Queen and the other guy, they don't get deep enough. So what you can do, line up in bunch tight, run your 3-level concepts, and make they like put stress on their zones. He didn't start doing that to the end.
So we gonna keep jumping. You looked at Philly film?
I looked at Philly film.
Bro, to me, their linebackers do get the proper depth, and it's gonna be a challenge. They play that shell. Them linebackers drop. The linebackers get their hands on the ball. They're great tacklers in space.
They've been getting better every game. But guess what? I still turn on that Tampa game. Tampa game.
That was actually the first one I watched. Then I went to Jacksonville. Then I came back and watched one other one.
You know what happened in that Tampa game? Oh, they ran the damn ball. That's what they did. They ran it. Bucky Irving was going crazy. And they was getting after it. They stopped they run. Every time I play Tampa Bay, I be scared because I know them big old nose tackles. Vita Vea has my respect. You ain't moving him.
Nope. That man
you ain't moving him. You know what I'm saying? Like that's who I want to trade for. Yeah. Put him in there. He can have 0 sacks all year. Well, I know one thing. My damn linebacker's gonna be free.
Yep.
My linebacker's gonna be clean, scraping over the top.
And see with Jalen and that crew up front, that's why your linebackers look so good.
Yes.
That is why
you need some dogs up front. You need some.
They are the next up and coming San Francisco linebacking core.
Oh, you got that. You got them like that. Man, we didn't turn a whole 360 on the Kobe Dean.
Bruh, and I was critical because I was like, bruh, he is like I was telling Cowboy Nation now we don't want him.
He was looking nothing like he was in Georgia.
I was like, yeah, I'm glad we didn't get him.
I'm like, this is not who I saw at Georgia. This is not who I saw at Georgia.
He done that man done got baptized. He done went to church. He done got right with God. That man,
He found him a church home.
yes, he did. Yes, he did, boy. It is clear. It is clear. So,
And like I'm proud of Vic Fangio because the rookie they got in the first rounder, what's his name? I just had him number 27. They got him playing well too. The cornerback. I just seen they got him like he on Reeves Island. They said he been locking down some top receivers, man. Quinyon Mitchell, yeah. And then they put Dean Cooper DeJean. They got him as the nickel corner, and he's been.
bro.
I like him on the like them third and fourth downs. Better not run them damn out routes on them flat routes. You better not run that because he's jumping that, bro. He's jumping that.
She sung that song. She said, "I want to sit on it. He will sit on it." And look. Your offense gonna turn into tacklers. He go Oscar.
Yeah. I'm trying to tell you. And
why I'm counting, bro. Me and Vivian Green and the rest of Cowboy Nations are over here on a emotional roller coaster, bro. Like, dog, bro. Like, I'm looking at it and I'm like, Cooper Rush, yeah. He sees the field better.
Yeah.
And Trey had been struggling with. He showed improvements, but then I'm like, man, with the line pass pro,
you can't have him. Just don't have him in pass pro. This is time to fully. If you don't divulge into what we've been preaching all year, this game, McCarthy.
Then I said, and I called Boss and I told him, I said, bro, I know we've been going, folks have been going back and forth about Cooper or Trey Lance. I said, but you know what? I know you've been pro Trey.
You pro Coop? Oh.
But no.
Oh, you want to do both?
Not even. It shouldn't matter. You follow me when I say that? It should not matter who the hell we got at quarterback.
Because they turning around putting the ball in the belly
35 times, bro. 40. Like
I said it.
That type.
I want a boring game. I want the
ultimate.
I want to. That game when you used to play. I know you probably hated it.
I want this to look like the Patriots and the Rams a couple years ago in the
season. Oh, it's a defensive slugger. I'm trying to play.
Bad boy woke up.
I'm trying to play a field position battle. I'm trying to be like, hey, get to the 50. If we don't get that, let's punt the anger. I'm gonna need your leg. Pin them deep. Pin them deep in the 20. Defense, Mike could get back. His ankle hurt. They got ankles hurt over there. Pin your ears back. Let's keep them from getting out to 10. They punt. Now we got the ball on 40. You feel me? Now let's get closer and closer and closer. And like I want to play the most ultimate form of boring football there is out there.
I want this bad boy to look like Tecmo Bowl, bro. Like for real. Like an occasional long pass, but a whole lot of this.
Oh. You're gonna get tired of looking at the running back.
I saw something last game that I was like, ooh, damn, Mike. You put that in there? I saw us in the pistol formation.
And
I was like, oh, a non-shotgun handoff. It's, kind of a hybrid in between.
Yeah. You better put Trey Lance in that pistol.
It was stuff that we saw in Pittsburgh, and it was like where it went, bro? Like
where it went. I think he be forgetting.
And the games have been a tale of two halves. The last two games, first half, balling, running. At some points in both of those two games, and you got grilled for that take you said about the O-line. I got grilled because at one point in the game, by himself, Zeke was out producing the passing game with 11 minutes and 50.
You talking about the Niners? Yeah.
Yes. He was averaging 5 a carry, and we were averaging like 5 a pass, a little less than. And I'm like, bro, we went away from it. In Atlanta, we went away from it. Like, defense was actually making them punt the ball. We were holding them. Then Drake got hurt. But dude, why did you feel like? I felt like he took that game away from the team, bro. Like
He do it every
every
week.
every. I told Coach last year. I said, I forgot after what game it was. I said, but Coach, in your team, you've coached a long time. I said, have you ever apologized to your team? He said, well, yeah, I apologize all the time.
Mhm.
That was a game. Mike McCarthy at the end in the locker room should apologize to the team, bro. Hey, fellas, it was me. I panicked. I got a little antsy, man, and I decided, to go for it, and that wasn't the best decision in that situation. Defense was doing a hell of a job. Hats off to you. I won't do it again. Keep it moving, bro. Like, you earn respect when you do stuff like that, bro.
Own up to it. Because everybody know. I know. I'm like,
all I keep hearing is, well, certainly we would have.
I've been like that. I've been tired. I'm like, he called another pass play. Damn. Damn, they've been sending these stunts all game. Damn. Dog, I'm tired of sorting. What's my assignment, bro? We the man side of the protection or we the zone side? Okay, we in the zone at least. So I got somebody next to me. But God, dog, can I go forward? I was like, these some bulldogs. I forgot what comedian it is. He's like, man, you don't put a bulldog in the house. The bulldog back there chained up, man. I want some up, man. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, yes. Release the hounds. Let them attack. The preseason, I saw Tyler Guyton earn respect from a dog at the end early because he was attacking him. Max Crosby said, okay, Rook, you know what I'm saying? He ain't been able to do that to nobody else because you get scared. And then I called in. I think y'all went to the bathroom at halftime on the Falcons game. I said, boss, we doing pretty well, but we a little too timid with the play call. Yeah, and we shouldn't be with this team. This team is bad on defense. Yep. I literally saw it. He called a run play inside zone, and they gonna say Tyler Guyton missed his man. No, Tyler Smith went too fast. He should have left, got a hand, but Grady Jarrett got free, makes the play. Yeah. And then the very next play is the fourth down play, the famous play of him calling the end around. Boy, go right back up that middle. We just missed one block. Why go away from it?
Bro, you know what is the awful part about that? You are in a fourth and short situation. It was fourth and less than one. And like I said, feed somebody a slap in the face for you to say this is a special situation. We need a few inches, and you decide to run the ball. But I'm going to give it to my wide receiver. If I'm any one of those running backs in that room, I'm pissed, bro.
Not even that, dude. Bro, they had us outflanked.
The guy was free.
Like Terrence Steele was blocking down. Dude can see it. He playing linebacker. You play linebacker. He in the 2-point stance. He saw it coming. Saw it from a mile away. 2-point stands.
And then CD kind of did this weird hesitation.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit, I came too early.
Because he saw it the entire time. And it's like, Mike. So that's why he don't like running the ball. Like, running the ball, it's an art. First of all, why are we running on 8-man blocks and we blocking with 6?
It was good, man.
It was good, bro.
It was baffling. I watched that play probably about 9 times in a row, bro.
You better than me.
At first, it happened so quick. I was like, damn, where did he come from? Like, who missed the block?
Oh, he was right there. Oh, he was right there the entire time.
I was like, oh, damn. He was just sitting.
He was sitting there.
Him, bro.
He was waiting on it. And the blocking scheme didn't even account for him. We blocked down.
Yep.
We blocked down. It was a duo.
Maybe that's why CD paused, because he looked this.
It was good.
He looked up and saw the man and was like, "Oh,
he ain't supposed to be right there."
He ain't supposed to be right. Maybe that's why he froze.
Like, where he come from? Where he go, Harpo?
Bro, it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
where he be? That That's not how we run it in practice.
He
Nobody.
froze. Nobody's. You're not supposed to be there. Like, I think that's why he paused, bro. Like, because it was so obvious. When I saw it in real time, I said no before we even snapped the ball.
I was hoping he
Fake.
would outrun it, but like I was like, oh, he didn't get away from this one. That's a linebacker arm. If that was a DB arm, he would have ran. He would have ran from it.
Yeah.
But that linebacker said, "Man, come on here, man." Boy, he put that grown man strength on him. You know what I'm saying, bro? This team here.
So I know O-line has been getting the reps. They've been improving. We both agree that we need to run the ball on Sunday. What is defense gonna do, bro? Because we kind of been talking offense. What is this defense gonna do? Because you got, Mr. Smith on one side, and you got what can Brown do for you on the other side. So,
bark,
ass backwards behind you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, boy, they got a nice little 3-headed monster over there. I appreciate the fact that, and I wish him a speedy recovery after this week. But Dallas Goedert is hurt, so yeah, bro. Because he loves to try to embarrass us, bro. I appreciate that arm break last year. Like, he pulled up like a chicken wing, boy. Like,
that boy. Was it who did that? That was Lewis who did that. That boy.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. It was
it was Wilson?
It was Bell. It was Bell.
Bell, that's right.
Like, it was Bell. Yeah, like it was a stiff arm. Defense. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I'm banking on the arrogance of Kellen Moore.
Kellen is gonna kill him.
If he passed that ball, I would rather lose that way.
Yeah.
I would rather lose that way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put Lewis on.
Saquon Barkley done been player of the week 3 times this season.
You know what I'm saying? And they like to run on the edge. Hey, if they running, my guy, he having a hell of a year. DN. I'm blank. Chauncey Golston having a hell of a year. Hey, if I had some buttons, clap it up for Chauncey Golston. He's been. I told y'all, man, from the Saints game, Ravens game, everybody like, oh, who defending the edge? We need some more personnel. I said, no, y'all. Run fits is all about effort, and it's being refuted.
Chauncey has always been an effort guy. Dorrance was too.
I posted a clip, man. That man literally got thrown by Trent Williams.
That's why I miss D Law so much, bro. Like, people asking, when is Micah coming back? Damn that, bro. When is D Law coming back? Nobody, real talk, bro. Like, you said we have immature problems. Micah doesn't solve our immature problems on defense.
He wants to play hero
because they neutralize him.
Yeah,
they scheme him out of the game, whether it be chip, trap. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna lie. If he line up on that left side, on the opposite side, it's a stat out there. They've been giving up a lot of sacks, and all they sacks they done gave up been on that left side. Mailata is not playing, y'all. It's a backup in there, and he has been bad.
You talking about Johnson?
Yes, Johnson.
Yeah, I call them the baby oil boys. You got Johnson and Johnson.
Coach Mar trying to come. Let me see, Coach Mar. Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can send it. Hold on, where my Twitter? Man. Yeah, like if we.
Where is he at? You talking about?
Check your Twitter, Coach. I'm finna.
Fred Johnson.
Yes, Fred Johnson. Yes. And if we can not bang our head against the wall and do the easy route and put Parsons over there, I feel a lot better because Lane Johnson's a dog.
But we got to get to the obvious passing situation.
I want to. We that's I've been saying it all year. You got I've been saying this since last year, y'all. You got to earn your right.
We
to
not
pass
able
it.
to play to our strengths. We haven't been playing to our strengths this year.
We ain't seen Zimmer's full scheme yet. I ain't seen not one
Ah,
disguise. He
nope,
can't get to it. I
nope.
mean, I mean, let's
He
start by the
can't get to
DBs.
it.
They can't even
He
sort of
can't get
damn
to it
trips.
because we were in man.
We're in
You know?
man, and they can't even do that right. I can't trust your ass in the zone. I can't trust your ass with a third of the damn field.
Because
Trust
at
your ass
the
with a
times
quarter.
that we play zone, we be looking.
I don't need to get
Oh,
lost. You need to
they not
know
talking
the,
like it.
and you know who to blame. Who's the number one, like, in all zones? The zone starts from the safeties. If the roof of the house ain't good, you gonna get rained on all game.
Between Malik and Dono, they I really would like to see what what them young guns got, man. Like, give me Bell, bro.
Give me
Like, give
Bell.
me Wanye. Like,
I need the range. I need, like, I love Malik Hooker to death, but he ain't been the same. And when he want to come in the box,
what?
I get visions of Damone Clark. I can't.
It's the box is crowded only by numbers, not.
Oh no, you didn't say that.
Oh, the Cowboys are in the stack box. No, we are.
No, we are
Bruh,
not. We only got
I
one dog
know
in there.
the nail in the coffin for me was during the San Fran game on the goal line, and Brock Purdy was running up the middle. Malik Hooker saw it. As soon as it flashed, he
Yes,
saw it.
and he didn't like. He didn't.
He
I hate
waited at the goal line, bro. Like,
that boy
I
made a
think
business decision.
I think who is it? Vacha Sky. One of them two got that button. Hey, come on in. Get yourself a drink of some cold water. Like, that's what Malik Hooker did, bro. Like, he waited, bro. I said, God,
I remember that, but come on
come on
in.
in. Have yourself a drink of water. Bro,
Like,
that's what he did. I was hot. I told the guys, I said, Coach, boss, look. When you see the replay, he waited on Purdy. Who's waiting? Bruh, it's an opportunity for you to be able to do something that the NFL is slowly preventing players from doing, and that's
huh?
teeing off and hit the quarterback. He is a runner in that situation, and you need every inch, and you wait on him to get to the goal line after you saw the play flash. Come on, man. Like,
They
and
knew not
that's
to put me
when
at
I
safety.
said, this guy no longer wants any of what anybody is offering. He is at the end of his career. He is making business decisions. That young brother has checked out.
Yes, he is checked out. I do not know if he's still in concussion protocol. That's a good. Yeah, that's a good.
Ooh, I hadn't heard. Let me
Yeah,
see.
I don't not. He wasn't on the
We
injury report. I don't remember seeing his name, but you know that's a lot of stuff. Yeah, I mean, I'm appreciating the reps I'm seeing from Overshawn, man. I just wish I can clone the
so
mentality of Overshawn.
I'm gonna tell you now. Looking, oh God, I'm looking at the injury
Injury
report
report.
now. So Bland did not practice all week. He's out.
Mm-hmm.
We got a couple unspecifieds, a couple questionables, but Dak obviously is out. Did not practice all week. And Wanye Thomas is out. Did not practice all week. So yeah, you will not have him at your disposal. That is unfortunate because he did give us some crucial reps in last game, but we will be without him on Sunday.
Hopefully, we won't need him. I mean, we ain't got a tight end problem. We do got some two-headed monsters, but
Yeah.
I'm hoping our corners. Who is the other corner? We Caleb Carson's still back. I think his shoulder been hurting. Because he ain't been tackling. He ain't as physical as he was in camp.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Something ain't right.
Something ain't right. Something ain't right. But this defense, all in all, I thinking me and Foots was talking about this week. I think Zim is having a pretty good year. He just ain't got the horses to to run.
Yeah, and don't have the horses and don't have the time to get the group to jail.
Like that I think we be wasting his opportunity. He'll pitch a hell of a first half, but that's the difference between you having a Jimmy versus a Joe. Like, you can only go for a half.
Yeah.
But
And then when we start doing goofy stuff and stop running the ball and start having short drives and defense is right back on the field and they already gassed, yeah, now you got yourself a problem because when you were fresh, you were doing a pretty admirable job. But now that you gassed and we already have depth issues, we end up tapping out, bro.
and our green dot guy is hurt. I don't know. And then Mozzie, yeah, we're gonna have to address this defense in this draft. Ooh, we're gonna need us a edge. We're gonna need us a yeah.
So, who do you think is going to? What group do you think is going to be the most compromised against Philly? And when I say the most compromised, who will they take advantage of the most? What position group do you think?
Corner.
Mm,
It was Diggs in that report. Uh, I don't know what I'm gonna get from Diggs from week in week out. I'm gonna be honest, and we're not.
oh
We're
shit.
yeah, he on that report.
Yep.
Yeah, he on that report.
So he was limited Wednesday. He was limited Thursday, but then he was a did not practice today. So
He may have a chance.
I do know that they practice on Saturday, and Friday is more of a walkthrough. So maybe that was for the sake of rest,
Mhm.
and then maybe he does the walkthrough tomorrow. So if he's on tomorrow, if he practices tomorrow, the likelihood is I think he'll probably play. So they might just be boy, Coach got the guns out tonight, boy.
What's good, Coach Ball? Can you hear me? Let me see.
Can you hear us?
Coach got.
I hear
I hear you clicking.
I hear him. Okay, that's him
Hello?
clicking.
Yeah, there's him clicking.
Hey man, what's going on, fellas?
Yeah, we can
There
hear
you
you.
go.
Can y'all hear me?
What's good?
I
Yes,
can hear
sir.
y'all.
Yes,
Can y'all
sir.
hear me?
Yep.
Yes,
Man,
sir.
hey,
We hear you.
y'all chopping some good stuff up here, man.
Yeah. How,
Man,
how you feel about this
Y'all
game,
chopping up some
man?
good stuff, man.
We trying.
Man, listen, man. Check this out, man. We need to run the ball, man, but have we built the moxie to go out and be physical after 6 or 7 weeks of football, man? We hadn't been physical all the time. You know, that's hard to say we're gonna tell our team to go out there and be physical. I think it's gonna help us be a little bit more physical since Zach Martin is not gonna be there. That's gonna help us a little bit because you're gonna have a younger body. But we're gonna turn Tyler Smith back into slamming guys. We're gonna let Guyton go back to when he first got to the camp when he was being real nasty and finishing guys, or we don't let these guys get to a point where they're not trying to maul people, they're just trying to shield people. And Lou will tell you that's what it looks like. We trying to shield guys instead of maul guys. And what's happening is people are taking it to our chest.
Yes.
And they took the heart out of our chest. They taking our heart and pumping and giving transplants to other people with it. But they got all our hearts out of our chest. So, that's if we got the moxie to do it. And then the second thing is what y'all pointed out perfectly is your coach gonna have the willing to get in there and say, hey, we're gonna grind out a game plan without trying to make a quarterback seem like he's gonna throw for 300 yards. Or we're gonna try to make Cooper Rush a 300-yard passer.
man.
Yeah.
So are we gonna play smart football? I don't see that happening, but it can happen. There's a way to win. But I don't know if that's gonna be the case, but y'all was right about Kellen Moore. Is Kellen Moore gonna let us off the hook?
Mm-hmm.
But I think Kellen Moore is gonna I think Kellen Moore's gonna you know what Kellen Moore's gonna do? he's gonna come in here and demoralize us what we said he wouldn't do, and he knew McCarthy wasn't gonna do. He's gonna come in here and run the ball down our throat and say, "Hey, y'all got rid of me because I want to run," but it wasn't me.
Kellen Moore gonna come in here like the hell.
Kellen Moore, he finna put in his application to be the next head coach today or on Sunday. I'm trying to tell you, he gonna put it in. But
he gonna have Saquon looking like a ballerina out here. Christy Yamaguchi or somebody like. I got a feeling he gonna, to Coach's point, he gonna make us wish.
Yeah,
we could roll with him instead of the other guy.
Right. And I mean, Coach is right. I mean, this offensive line, the shielding instead of, we ain't getting no displacement. Did you watch, Amp? Did you see that Niners game and how our interior looked?
Yeah.
Malik Collins. He may not got off the block, but the way he was able to, the shed, man, our guards are holding on for dear life. We have no anchor, nothing in the tank.
But that man looked like a farmer on a well-seasoned, well-operating tractor, boy.
And then the Lions game, I keep going back to the Wade, bro. They had no moves, straight dig into our chest.
Yeah,
we up hot with it. We just catching it. Like we just hoping the running back can just sidestep and just get through the hole. Nah, we gotta displace. We gotta displace.
Yep.
We gotta displace. No, man. And I don't like. We don't have that many run plays. Solari. I don't know what with in practice. There's some reports saying that they be sitting guys. Some guys would be. We're pro. If they ain't feeling right. And you can't be like that on the offensive line. You cannot be like that on the offensive line. We got to get our reps in. And Coach's point, if we decide to go physical this game, I don't want to put bad juju in there, but we're going to have a lot of kids sore. You know that one, when you ain't been physical in that wild route and you had that one physical practice?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, physicality is built over time, man. It's built over a presence of doing something over and over again, where it gets to a point where that's the always you know how to. Even though when you go through walkthroughs, it's got a pep to it, and this is the mentality we have set. And I got in an argument the day with a guy we're talking about, man, about the front office, about I think he was talking about what Mark McCarthy was talking about. He threw some shade back in the front office about signing players and all that. I didn't like the interview because if he would have asked me that question about what he talked about, the draft and development, we still in the halfway point of the season. If I was Mike McCarthy, I don't even answer that question. Is that going to help us win this week? I would say, hey, that's our philosophy. We try to work with the players to get them ready and left it at that. What is he going in with a bunch of babbling about having guys in and here it is again. Look what I told you when he always referenced about what he has done before and how he always, what did that in Game of Thrones, when the person always have to reference their career and reference their thing, right?
Shout out to Tywin Lannister. Lannister was so serious. He said anybody that got to come in and yell, say I'm the king, is no king at all.
Right, he got a reference about how he done this before. But what I'm saying to you is this. We're talking about a talent issue, and we're talking about we need to get players. We need to get talent. But we're not utilizing the guys that we have. Our frontline guys are regressing.
Yep. At a tremendous rate. So
when we talk about a guy that can't run the football, again, I see a guy like Tony Pollard who's getting 20 carries a game and loves 28 carries this past week. And I watched the game this past week. 28 carries, and Tony Pollard's an inside runner. He doesn't have to run outside. He ran on most of them inside and get you 130 some yards.
Callahan got them right.
But you didn't give him a chance. What you did was every time you ran him, you gave this excuse to somebody. Well, we don't run a guy because we don't want nobody to get hurt. Man, no other team worried about somebody gonna get hurt. We gonna give him the workload he's supposed to get. Rico, if he got carried 20 times, if he run out of gas, he get hurt. Well, so be it.
Keep moving.
I'd rather get the best out of him, but saving him and don't get nothing out of him, and he stay healthy, and I ain't get the best out of him.
Right. That's 100%.
That's why he in the NFL. He's 6 years in. Hey, let's work. If you ain't gonna make it, you ain't gonna make it. But we gonna work you on this team. Every week you're gonna get 20 touches.
You want to be RB1?
And it's your job to be healthy, to stay healthy.
You want to be the bell cow? This is what it takes. This is what it takes.
That's how it goes, but that's an excuse though. We use that excuse so we won't run the ball. We won't work a running back because we talking about and not only we use that excuse, our fan base use that excuse because we really don't want to run the football, fellas. Our fan base don't want to run the football, man. We find every way in the world to talk about a receiver. Every year, it's not been a year that we talk about we need other positions before it gets down to the end. Everybody talking about receiver. That's every last year is always about receiver. And then we get in the season, and what we find out, it ain't receivers. We're losing the physical battle, but we want receivers. And I watched the team. Wait, how much Joe Burrow threw for yesterday? For 400 and some yards.
L.
And they lost
again.
You know what they were doing on the other side?
Well against them the first time, and they took an L.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think Sunday's game is gonna boil down to what Coach Marv just said, and it is what we've been alluding to all show. The team that's the most physical is the team that's gonna win the game. Period. Mm-hmm. Period. It is so whether Kellen decides, hey, he gonna stick it to us and make us pay and run it down our throats with Saquon, or if Mike decides, because the one thing I do have, the small piece of hope I have is when Dak got hurt back in 22 and Cooper Rush came in. If y'all remember, the game plan changed.
Oh, tremendously. Like,
boy, what offense this is? Like, and I'm gonna tell you, like, I went to the first one. I went to the Cincinnati game. I was there with my dad, and I was there with my brother. My dad's a Cowboys fan. My little brother's a Bengals fan. So it was a house divided from a brother's trip. And I was nervous the whole time, and then the game happened, and I couldn't believe what I was watching as it was happening. Even sitting there live, I was like, "What? We running the ball, y'all." And guess what? Who cared that Cooper Rush didn't throw for 400 yards? I didn't give a damn. Because at the end of the game, guess what? I was happy and little bro was upset. Because he was talking cash money trash. Because once he found out Dak was out, he was like, "Oh, ain't no way y'all beating the Burrows and us." You know what I'm saying? Like, now granted, I know that was a different defense. You know, I get that part.
I mean, but that defense was well rested too, because you run the ball.
Yep. And we've been talking about that for the last.
We having long drives, man. Michael, like, Coach, put me back in. Put me in, Coach. Like, you know,
fresh.
And if we got two first downs, we played smart, old-fashioned football in that stretch. We played the field position battle. We pinned them deep. We pinned their ears back. Had short fields, forced turnovers. I think it was one of them games. We didn't turn the ball over once in like them first 4 games with Cooper Rush. Once.
Yeah.
And one of them games we got 3.
I will say, Cincinnati really should have had about 2-3 of them. Because Cooper Rush threw. It was 2 of them passes where he threw it cross field, and them corners were kind of sitting, but they didn't catch the ball. Like, we lucked up.
Well, you know why we lucked up on that? Let me tell you why. It's about the football gods. The football gods say if you play the game right, you get some breaks. When you play the game wrong and stupid, you find those mistakes like that backfire on you, and it causes big plays. So we played that game to close to the vest. We played a very smart game, Wasn't a perfect game, but we played a smart game, and we played as a team. We wasn't talking about the quarterback's going to win the game or it's all on the quarterback. We came in there saying it's going to take all of us to win this game.
Coach, can
and
I
the
stop you
players
right there? Coach, stop right there. I ain't gonna let you gloss over that point.
Hmm.
You just said a mouthful just now that is a big issue with Cowboys Nation. You said they weren't asking the quarterback to do what again?
That's right. And everybody was looking at the team. And guess what? The team felt that, hey, everybody got to do their part to win. We're gonna hide behind the quarterback and say, if the quarterback don't play good, we can't win games. Listen, I'm watching teams where quarterbacks are not playing well, but they're getting picked up because the team's got their back because they understand that this is the greatest team sport in football. So it's about those things, and I think that's one of the things in Cowboy land that is hurting us because we do not depend on our whole team. We don't. When it's a big game where we won with a receiver or a running back or a running game or a defense won a big game, it all comes down to what Dak Prescott gonna do. It always and we put that added pressure. What happens is the team takes that mantra and they feel that they're not going out to win the game. I want a defense to go out and say, hey, I don't care what the quarterback don't do. If they don't score, they can't win. That's what I want.
That's what our defense during that stretch was ultra focused. They consolidated the game down to just drive by drive. I don't care how we had third down. All right, Diggs, money down. All right, Parsons, hey, play the sticks. We ain't going for the. We trying to get off the field right now, right here, right now. Yep. We'll take our opportunities when we take it. Ain't no hero ball. We're gonna play our lanes because guess what? We already got the momentum. We can cause the momentum. We ain't got 4 to come save us.
Right.
4 can't come save us.
Nope.
If we don't do this right here, right now, bro, we ain't gonna win this game. We can't move the ball on offense. I mean, they're moving it slowly but surely. You know what I'm saying? So we got to play a sound football game.
Yep.
That's right.
Fundamentals.
Hey, I'm gonna hit you with a curveball. I was listening to 105.3 this morning. I forgot his name. But the officiating crew that we got this game is an officiating crew who is heavy on the penalties.
Oh,
heavy on
holdings,
heavy on defensive pass interference. No, excuse me.
Man,
yeah,
offensive
pass interference. So Tyler Guyton gonna have to tighten up. Terrence Steele gonna have to tighten up. Zach Martin gonna have to tighten up.
Well, Zach is not playing. I don't think Zach playing.
Yeah, Zach shouldn't play.
So, but he's not playing. And see that I figured, that I'll talk about that issue in a second. But let me explain what's going. Let me explain what's going to help Terrence Steele.
He was a full participant today. Now
he was.
He was.
Yeah. Okay. He didn't practice Wednesday, which is normally his veteran rest day. He didn't practice Thursday, but he was.
He needed a week, man. Like,
he needed a week. But let's get to. I see somebody in the chat said, "What about replacing Steele?" And I saw where Duke put out a thing. He was upset by people talking about Steele and the blocking because if you really look at the film this week, he did do better on his pass blocking. But I'm gonna tell you what put Steele in place. I had an offensive lineman like that one time. That was not the greatest pass blocker, but he was a dominant run blocker. And what running blocking did is put him in rhythm where he got him going, which when he was running the ball and you let him be physical, he became a better pass blocker in that game. But if you don't let him be physical, you're going to find the traits of the defensive player is going to find the traits of his weaknesses in pass blocking. You have to let Steele beat up on people. You have to allow. This is where I think Tyler Smith is starting to hurt again with his pass blocking. He's getting blown up. You have to let these guys who are maulers maul and set the dominance of the yard first, and then you can start pass. They can start pass protecting. but they got to set the it's like a dog running into a yard. He got to go in there and set the dominance first, and then he can do whatever he want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what we do. We don't allow our players to do that because we go out and we start out finesse. We don't even give our chance to guys to say, hey, my name is so and so. What's your name? Let's go at it. But we don't go into the game. We go into the game with pass. We go. If you look at, and I think Amp been doing this when we doing our live stream. Amp, every game we have to find a way to catch up with the runs. Because at the beginning, we just start out passing the ball.
Yes, yeah. He be cheating in the end. That boy be cheating in the end. Getting in. But here's why is that. You think less on the run play as an offensive line.
Yep.
We come to the line. Center says to Mike, what's the play? Zone right. All right. I know I got this gap. You're going to be with me because they in the over or under front. So that you got the one. So you're going to help out on the center a little bit and we getting up. That's it. We attacking. Passing, we in a half-man slide. I got to figure out if I'm in the slide side or I'm in the man side. I got to pray and hope they ain't sending no twists, no stunts. If they showing 8 and they dropping 6, we thinking entirely too much. And then at the same time, I got to box with this fool with my hands, which I'm not good at. That's all it is. It's just boxing. This is boxing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I'm saying, replace your hands, still. Replace your hands. Like, he's swatting it down. Replace your hands. He doing that an entire game. We're doing, when a football player got to think, that's less time when him moving.
And tell me this, because I'm looking at him in his drops, and I don't know the terms, right? But to me, like, when he's facing a pass rusher that's trying to go around him on the outside, to me, it doesn't seem like he's taking he's taking a shallow angle instead of kind of widen that thing out a little bit to kind of meet up with, to catch him as he's trying to turn. Get around that corner.
He be jump setting too much. That's his problem.
But jump this out though, Lou and Amp. This is why. Listen, he could jump set if you run it. If 90% of your plays is off a hard play action, whereas aggressive blocking of initial push, you can do that. And then now he's simulating a run block, and then that's gonna give him time because let me tell you something about defensive end. They cannot listen. If they going fast pass rush mode and they open their ribs up and you come off the ball and get in that ribs, they're gonna have to sit a little bit. That's gonna give you that time for still the run set. That's why all San Francisco, I'm telling you about San Francisco. The 49ers don't run no drop back. Everything is off a hard play action. This is what makes Trent Williams who he is. Very rarely you see Trent Williams drop back in a pass set. Yeah. It's always on a hard play action, so he can attack you at the line of scrimmage, and the ball's gonna be out because there's a play action thing there. This is what you help your offensive line. If they are struggling there, you run everything off a hard play action. Second thing, I'm telling you when you run hard play action, this is why the quarterback got to be under center, because when he comes out from under center and there's a running back there, if it's a pass, your linebackers got to step up because when his face is not looking at him, their natural instinct
he holding the ball. He hiding the ball. It's little things. It's so good.
Play action been working since the beginning of the time, and we have the team to run it. But the stats say we run play action the less in the whole NFL. I just don't understand when a guy talk about running the ball in attempts and he runs less play action than everybody in the NFL. He's not giving his quarterback the tools to be successful. So I think still would be good if you put him in a physical presence offense. That's why you see Tyler Smith start to struggle, because you took him out of his physicality and made him a dancing bear. And that's why he walk around with collarless shirts on, walking around with shades on to the game. He Hollywood now. Y'all didn't see that? He Hollywood
now. Yeah.
Contrary to popular belief, y'all, we are not really built to pass the ball.
We're not. We're actually not.
No,
We're not.
no, we not.
We don't have the horses. We don't have actually have the
Fans
horse.
seem to think that. I know y'all are. I know Coach Lou. I know y'all are intelligent enough, but some of the fan base needs to know that we are not built to. And that's the part that frustrates me with Mike because, dude, are you not seeing this? Do you not?
Well,
He
know?
hard-headed.
I know you don't like to run
let's
the
think
ball
about
like
this.
that, Mike.
He
But
hard
do
headed.
you not see that your offensive line and this entire offense, defense included, really, we're not built fast.
But think about it this way, fellas, and this is I think this is the main thing wrong, and why we look like everything that we do is real hard, right?
Mm.
Kellen
We
Moore
just
is
talking about that, Lou.
disciple.
Damn.
Okay, here you go. Kellen Moore is a disciple of Scott Linehan.
Ah.
Linehan was a disciple of Jason Garrett. The offense has really not changed since Scott Linehan. It may be a little bit different. If you look at it, it's the exact same offense since Scott Linehan. And McCarthy's offense is not much different than Kellen Moore's. They've been running the exact same stuff because they have not changed the knowledge, the language with Dak Prescott for 9 years, man. Who in the NFL, listen here, the fastest adapting organism in this world is an NFL defense. And you've been running the same thing for 9 years. Listen.
But them coordinators be having Mel Kiper giving him aneurysm. That boy said, "Let's ban cover 2." That man wanted to ban cover 2 because we ain't seeing the same Mahomes no more. We ain't seeing the same Josh Allen no more. The sociopaths of this league are them D coordinators.
Yeah, it is.
Because they gonna get them packages together, give them the right packages, give them the right scheme, or they gonna draw something up.
Oh, I'm gonna get his ass.
I'm gonna hide this.
Y'all go back to the Atlanta film and the San Francisco film, and I know sometimes we be watching the blocking patterns and all that, but we used to do a thing when we watch film and see if we checking on tendencies, right? Mm-hmm. We watch the film to find out how fast teams diagnosing what we're doing. That's another problem with us, right?
We watch
with that skill on our team. People are diagnosing us well before the play. When we see guys catching the ball in the flat and there's 3 people out there already, that means that we are getting diagnosed. There's already a tendency of them already knowing where the play is gonna go.
That's high school. They go trips. They finna run this. They run this flood concept. They ain't looking at number 1 and number 2. They looking immediately to the check down. Like, hey. We ain't got no counters. We ain't implementing no counters. We run our head into a brick wall every game.
You can't fool nobody with that play action waggle tight end going in the flat. That hadn't got it got 1 yard. It got some yards in first play this week when Ferguson made a great move, but he got no more yards.
Atlanta's a bad defense though.
And you don't get no yards for that play.
No misdirections.
They've been running that play since Jason Garrett was here with Jason Witten, man. And they still running the same play, man. I'm looking, man. Come on, man. I'm telling you.
Blake Jarwin.
Just a freshman
tight end
of
in
a
the flats.
Blake Jarwin. Dalton Schultz.
Yeah.
Who else? Just name all name them all, because I seen them all catch that ball. Man.
Hell, I think I saw Jay Novacek run that same route too.
You might have, but think about this. This defend CeeDee Lamb a little bit, right? If Mari Cooper was frustrated by the offense and the simplicity of it, don't you throw Mari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb as friends, and now CeeDee Lamb is seeing the same simplicity in his, and listen, he got a lot of yards last year. He got a lot of catches last year, but it wasn't easy.
Nope.
My thing is, like, as a head coach, you got the league. You got him. You ran off on a plug twice. You know what I'm saying? You robbed the whole league last year. You fleeced them. You really thought that they was gonna let you do it again?
No, not unless you change something.
You really thought they was gonna let you do it again the exact same way?
No, and what did the offensive court, what did Schottenheimer say? See, I listened to the interviews. I listened to what they said. What did
You got to
Schottenheimer
be able
say
to
early in the
run when
season?
they know you're gonna run that ball.
He
No,
said
I ain't
he
talking about
want
that.
motions.
No, what he said early in the year when they asked him about the offense, he said, "We had a great year. Only thing we trying to do is tighten up on things."
Oh.
He didn't say we were trying to change things. He just said we were just trying to get better at what we were doing. He said that plain and simple. So what that was telling you is we haven't put no wrinkles into what
Zero.
we're doing, and we're gonna try to get better with what we're doing, but we're gonna get better at what we're doing with new people. You can't do that, dummy. You can't get better at something you were doing with new people that didn't do it last year. What are you thinking about? Who thinks like this?
I don't know. I really don't know. With less talent, you really thought you, and that's what I be saying. McCarthy's the type, he'll have a set. He'll have a wide receiver set, and he'll go out there. He like, listen, Turpin, you gonna go out there. You gonna be the X. CD, you gonna be the Y. Tolbert, you play the W this time. Damn it, you gonna go out there. You gonna run them curls. You gonna run them Jerry curls right.
Yep.
We don't implement none of nobody's strengths or weaknesses.
Nope.
If you like, we don't have Turpin always moving. Why we got his last stopping? Why is he
Go ahead
running
and
the
say
deep
it, Lou.
routes?
Go ahead and say it. On this team, offense and defense, we try to fit the players to the scheme,
Yes,
instead of fitting the scheme,
scheme to the play. And it's
Okay.
always.
Did y'all see the Twitter thing I sent y'all, man? I think I sent y'all, and this was about art. And I said this, and I know a lot of people say, "Well, you banging up on Mike McCarthy." I don't bang up on somebody that's showing me something new, because I can say, well, maybe but when you show me the same thing you showed me before in your career, and I see the same story, I'm gonna stay with it because you done this before. This is not no new song. His last 4 years in Green Bay, his offense was called bland. It was called out of date. It was called predictable, and his teams were called soft. Check the record. This is what they were called. And
I believe it.
In that article I sent you, they said that McCarthy felt he had no say over personnel. Wolf had all say over personnel. He just played who they brought him there. That's what McCarthy. And they said McCarthy had gotten so arrogant that he felt that his scheme could override talent. I ain't lying, man. Just what the people said back then. Now this is not now. And when this shows up now, when I said, I get a lot of pushback by like, oh my God. I'm just telling you what's going on now is what went on when he was in Green Bay. And it's showing up now. And Green Bay didn't have no meddling owners. They didn't have all that. He did the exact same thing there. So don't give me this owners, owners, this and that. This is what he does. And that's why he went into the dungeon, talking about he was going to get analytical. This is why he keeps talking about analyticals and all this stuff. And now he done got so analytical, he going on fourth down. And then when I come out and find out, Amp, I don't think we know this. I know Amp had me so crazy on the live stream when he went for it, right? When Amp was saying, we were just all stunned. But for Fossil to come out and say, that was my call.
Oh, that makes it look worse. That makes it look worse.
I would have fired him right there on the spot. Not Fossil. I would fire McCarthy. There's never a fake punt. I don't care if it's high school, middle school, or college.
Without
there's never a change of possession play like that does not come through the head coach. If it don't, we had that same thing last year. Didn't McFoster call for a block punt and the guy got a roughing the pass, run perfect, and he said, and he got on the bro, you ain't changed nothing. You can't even discipline your own coaches. How you gonna discipline the players?
Unfortunate.
Immature problems.
Yep. Stuff we still dealing with, and
that problem. What? How long McCarthy been here? That problem 5 years old.
Yep.
5 years old. That I'm finna make a whole video on that. Immature problems.
Yep.
Immature problems. We got problems that
You done been talking
I'm
about discipline and penalties every year, dog.
every year, man. Every year,
And
every single.
Remember Zimmer interview when he was talking about, and I can find the interview when he was talking about earlier. He was talking about you kind of hard on rookies because you want to be hard on them because you're trying to mold them from not making mistakes. He said you cannot allow them to do certain things early on because after so far they get bad habits and it's hard to break. Well, Zimmer is
Yep.
with a team where some of these guys got bad habits because of the fact their bad habits was coming because of the overall structure of the team. It can't be the defensive coordinator. The tone is set by the leader, and McCarthy is the leader. So whatever tone he wants to set, the team, the coaches, they gravitate to that. And I tell people, the 5th year is when you see the direct reflection of the players to the coach. All the stuff, all the hay in the barn now. So those players now, when you look at them, you should be looking at the mentality of McCarthy. When we look at our players, they sloppy, they get rattled, they seem like they got
Temperate.
So yeah. And with Turpin on the sideline, what Amp pointed out this in the live stream. Turpin weigh 105 pounds, don't run number 4 or 5 plays out.
Soaking wet.
Fourth wide receiver. He come in the 3rd quarter, he got the tap out because he caught one pass, and he over there breathing like he just ran the New York Marathon.
And I think that's why we've been so plagued with injuries this year. Teams that are poorly conditioned, the teams that are highly injured.
So when Troy Aikman said y'all ain't coming off the ball and pass, because you're tired. That's why you look sloppy coming off the ball. Because you're trying to get your rest. But I mean, we can listen. This season is not over. Amp, you put out a great post when you talking about this don't have a loser's mentality. But for all the fans out there talking about the draft and talking about all stuff like that, man, to me, that's called front runner attitudes. If we ain't in the leading of the pack, right? We looking for next year. And we think drafting some guys gonna bring them in here into a culture like that. I don't care if you draft a 1st round pick. You bring them into a culture like that, you think that's really gonna help you? The main thing we need to find out this year is who's gonna coach this football team. That's the main. Listen, anybody who draft is who's gonna coach this football team next year. That's gonna be the main acquisition.
It is. I want the process to actually be a real process.
Say it again.
Like
say it again.
I don't want it to look like the last time. Like we brought in what's his name,
Ron Rivera,
yeah.
Rex Ryan, Marvin Lewis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
They already knew who they was gonna pick. Like it. They already knew it was gonna.
They already knew.
Like you satisfied the little Rooney Rule. You brought Mike in. Like did
Comp
he
pick,
have a second interview?
I know who I
think
want
it
to
was
make the
one
pick,
and
though.
done.
I know who I want to make the pick. Y'all gonna and y'all gonna probably kill me and don't shake me with a butter knife, fans out there. I want Jerry Jones to make the pick because the last offense coordinator, the last head coach, that one Jerry Jones pick. Mike McCarthy is not a Jerry Jones guy.
He's a Steven guy.
That's Steven Jones all over it. Kellen Moore with Steven Jones all over that. The only person, and listen, I gave Jason Garrett hell. I just think only thing that failed Jason Garrett, and I know they're gonna shake me with a butter knife with this. He held on to Marinelli too damn long.
He did. And them damn
Marinelli was just like Marinelli was just like the Cowboy offense. We ran the same defense for about 12 years.
Slant the D-line.
We wonder why people start calling it so bland, and they can figure it out. We kept running the same stuff. So,
slant the D-line. Slant the D-line. Slant the D-line.
But he had some better coaches, though. Marinelli had some better. The linebacker coach that's Eagle Foods. Eagle Foods is the best linebacker coach we had since forever. So, and after Eagles left, we'd have been
That's
bringing
slang.
garbage stuff with Edwards, and we got rid of Edwards. We didn't get rid of Edwards. I know what the deal on Edwards. I heard the mojo on that. Edwards left because they weren't paying him no money, and he wasn't gonna stay here for the money they were paying for linebacker. And that's his point blank by Edwards. Edwards they wanted Edwards to stay, but they wanted him to stay here with Scott McCurley money, and he wasn't staying here with Scott McCurley money because he know Scott McCurley can take that $400,000 or $300,000 to coach.
Look, I don't know who tweeted it out this week, but they were talking about who the potential coach may be. And they said, well, you can go ahead and rule out Ben Johnson because they believe his asking price was about anywhere between $15 to $20 million.
Yeah.
And we only paying Mike 4.5.
Yep.
So, hey, I mean,
4. We ain't paying 4.5. You get 4.
Cliche, but you get what you pay for, dog. Like,
well, the average cost of the coaches is around 14 to 15. That's the average. So I mean, that's everybody making over 10. There's very few that's making under 10. So when Mike McCarthy it was very few when Mike McCarthy came here 5 years ago for $4 million a year to making 10. So I mean, that shows you, man. There's no way when I had that type of resume, I'm gonna come here for no $4 million a year, man.
$4 million.
5 years, man.
That's that. But I know college coaches can make more than that.
That part.
Yeah, I mean,
that'd be the bonus.
That'd be the bonus. I know some AA coaches, coach at Sam Houston, one of my alma mater. He probably making more than that.
Listen, this is the sad thing. Jimmy Johnson got $5 million a year from Jerry Jones when he left.
90.
That was 37 years ago.
1990.
37 years later, the most you can make is $4 million for the richest organization in football. We were nowhere close to that value did.
But what's wrong with that? Because, McCarthy said back when he learned the West Coast offense 30 years ago, that's about the going rate, ain't it?
So that's what I'm saying. We should have known from the fact. See, that's a result right there. How can he come in there and be a leader of men and he don't have respect for himself to take a decent salary for himself? But see, Cowboy fans think just like the Joneses feel. Just because you were the Cowboys, that you would take it for less just so you could be on the stage of the Cowboys. No, it ain't. Bill Belichick ain't coming here for no less than $15 million. Mike Braver ain't coming here for no less than $10 million. I would like Mike Braver because
I would too.
I would like a defensive-minded coach because the history says with Cowboys, we have never won with an offensive-minded coach. We have always did our best football with a defensive-minded coach with a good offensive coordinator.
And the defensive coach gonna find a good tone. The defensive coach gonna find a good old coordinator.
He's gonna set a different tone to the team. And it's gonna be a tougher tone. Yep. And it'll be more of a disciplined tone. And that's what you need. You need a leader of men. And I know Hampton told you that. I've told you that. I said that. I'll keep saying that. I keep saying that. We need a leader of men here, not an X and an O guy. We need a leader of men here because just like you said, what you said, immature attitude, mistakes,
immature problems.
Okay, a leader of men will get rid of that.
Yep.
Thanks.
See what I'm saying? This is what. So if you got a true leader of men that doesn't run from coaching, that's going to get the best out of. That's what KC got. KC got a leader of men in Kansas City. That's why they got rookies making plays for them.
Detroit.
Because everybody, they don't make excuses. They set standards. So they don't go and say, we as an organization and as a fan base, we come up with excuses. We need to be setting standards, but we want the glitz and glamour, but we don't want to put the grind in. Yeah. We worry about winning 40 burgers, but other people worry about just winning by 1 point and getting to the end and winning.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if we get to that mentality, I don't know what's happening with Dak. Y'all fellas can probably tell me, is he on IR? Is he going for the season or what's going on?
He's holding from IR. He trying to get some different opinions. He ain't trying to get the surgery. So I guess he's gonna let it heal on his own.
Man, Dak don't need to mess around and if he needs to get the right things for this to get healed the correct way. He's got a lot of football left in him, and this organization should support that. In that, a lot of football left in him. But the reason why they don't want Dak, they really want Dak on the field, is because now everybody else is going to be exposed. Because there's no hide behind Dak now. If Dak threw a couple of interceptions, there's no hide behind Dak if Dak don't get the plays together. Now everybody's not going to be watching Dak Prescott play. They're going to be watching the offensive line play. They're going to be watching the defensive line play. They're going to be watching the receivers. They're going to be watching the running back. They're going to be watching everybody else. Everybody else is going to be a spotlight now. And you can't hide behind, when Dak ain't had a good game, that's why we didn't win. So now everybody's on full blast. And I think for content creators and the guys that we work, we need to put these guys on blast, not blast in a negative way, but we need to point out when they're not playing well. And we need to say, hey man, they gotta play better instead of talking about replacing them. Let's put the emphasis on saying, are they gonna get better? Because you just can't just change your whole roster out. I don't care how much money you got.
Listen, man, we finna give my final words because I gotta put my daughter to bed. I appreciate y'all for coming, man. Appreciate everybody in the chat, man. Any last words, fellas?
Hey, I want to say one thing, man. I work with some of the brightest minds on game day, man. Amp and Boss, man, and our chemistry is good, man. And we learn a lot, man. And Lou, I think, man, you teaching a lot for this nation. Those immature attitudes, man. Hey, man, I think you should push that, man. And the answer is a leader of men, and we don't have a leader. Our owner's not a leader of men, and we definitely don't have it in the coaching staff. So we can't ask players to be a leader of men. They hadn't been showed how to be a leader of men. So when we get that right, man, we're gonna keep on pushing, man. Cowboys are gonna be all right. We just gonna have to play it a little dirty, and then see the real Cowboy fans will be rolling with us if we play some dirty football. The fake and the fake fans, they want to be glitz and glamour or turn their backs on it, but we're gonna stay with the real football.
Shout out to Sports Junkie, man. He came in with the $5 holla. Don't matter if Jerry won't allow them to coach. Ain't no real coach going to come up here and pissing down for Jerry. Jerry want a yes man. Listen, that's why you got to get you somebody who's firm in it, like somebody who can professionally take the punches and then stand up to Jerry. It's gonna take a real man to change this.
Yeah.
They say, the old saying goes, those who ignore your history is bound to repeat it.
Yep.
But the Cowboys, we need to acknowledge our history so we can repeat it. What I mean by that, back in those days, look, I'm born in '98. I'm keeping it being. I missed it all. I missed it all. But luckily, they got the cassette tapes. And what I noticed with that team, what I noticed about Jimmy Johnson, it was all about football. It was gritty. It was mean. It was emphasized in practice. He didn't take no mess. He was a leader of men. Like he got this aura about him that even my grandmama and my great grandma, they talk about. Like, them were the good old days. Until we find somebody like that, things will never change. We will forever have these problems that even me can point out. Like, I don't play professional football. I play football. But I can tell you what ain't supposed to be happening at week 8 and week 9, week 10.
Yeah.
The coach is the teacher. Your players are the students. You got 17 tests. I don't expect you to be perfect, but I expect you to be better than the last. And if you still doing some of the same shit I put on the first test, that's on the teacher.
Yep.
That's on the teacher. So, listen, I may have pretty much given up on the season because I still want us to beat the Eagles. I still want us to spoil the Washington Commanders. I still want to do those things, but I'm a man of science. When you show me it more than once, it becomes law. And I've seen Mike McCarthy go away from the run game too many times. I've seen Mike McCarthy allow our team not to be physical too many times.
Yep.
Until he changes that, and so
Yep.
and an inflection point until maybe it's losing Dak because you can't hide behind and maybe it's that I don't know. I'm gonna still be pissed because it shouldn't take that for you
Right.
to change.
Yep.
So listen, Cowboy fan, I'm hey, I've told you I'll rise and stop watching football before I stop watching the Dallas Cowboys. So,
Yeah.
Ant, you got some last word?
Yeah. So for me, quickly, appreciate everybody for joining. Y'all can catch me on all platforms. AMPD Sports. To Coach Mars' point, we have a wonderful cast on Sundays. I enjoy those guys. Like you said, great chemistry. Like it's the whole, it's the whole the band movie. I forgot the name of it, but you know,
9 yards.
it's edutainment. That's what we give you. We give you the edutainment. So, as far as Sunday is concerned, I think we have enough on the team as it is to be able to beat the Eagles if we play smart, common sense football. Like I am just asking. I'm asking Mike McCarthy. Look, just a final request before you get up out of here. Hey, look, give us just one complete. Give us one complete game. Give us a complete game. Give us a complete game of common sense football, physical football. Just try it like I do with my daughter. Just try it.
Try it. Yeah.
If you don't like it, okay, then you don't have to continue to eat it. But at least try it so you can say, I just want to see Mike McCarthy try it. And I want to see a commitment, not in the first half, not in the second quarter, not in the fourth quarter. I want to see a commitment throughout the entire game. Just do that for me. And I promise I won't bother you no more for the rest of your life, dog. Like, and we good. Look, you can ride out of here on a white horse. I will bid you adieu. Thank you for all of your services. Just try it for me, Mike, please. Because guess what? As beat up as we are, and as much as we got to keep saying next man up, next man up, next man up, one thing I am seeing across the board for the team is I'm seeing improvement. I'm seeing guys steady chomping away at the bit, getting key reps, getting better. Like I said, if this season is lost, let's treat the remainder games then like preseason. You won't get a more physical matchup with better talent than what you're about to get these next 9 weeks. I don't care what happens, who they have us. I don't care if we play in Kansas City in the preseason. Like nothing matches the intensity you're going to get now when it matters versus a preseason game. So, hey, let's keep chipping away at it. I hate them damn Eagles. I have always hated the Eagles, but when Andy Reid came on the scene and McNabb and all of them, I couldn't stand them. I used to hate T.O. at one point in time. Like, it would do my heart so well to see us bust them in their mouth and make them feel us. But guess what? We got to take care of the small things, the details. That's how you get better. And y'all know my motto: good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good becomes your better and your better becomes your best. Until next time, Cowboys Nation, y'all be blessed.